Jakobi Meyers has been somewhat of a slept-on commodity for a while in the NFL now, whether it was his time with the Patriots or now with the Las Vegas Raiders. Like, this guy does not get enough credit. And I am out here right now, right meow, to tell you how good he can be. Because with the Patriots, and just talking with my buddies that are all Patriots fans and just looking at fans' reactions to when they lost him to the Las Vegas Raiders, it was not good. They were not happy. And Jakobi Meyers is one of those guys that is not just going to make this offense better. I think he's going to ignite this offense. And I think he can prove to be a secret weapon to a degree for the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, you'll see over here with the Patriots the last 4 years continually got better when given the opportunity as a rookie. 26 for 359, no touchdowns, 59 for 729. And then came back third year in the NFL, 83 for 866 and 2. And then his last year with the Patriots, 67 catches, 804 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And in his first year with the Las Vegas Raiders, with an offense that already featured a number one wide receiver that is taking the pressure off of him and where he can just be that number 2 guy, doesn't have to be a number 1, and he can just do his thing. He did really well. So overall, 71 catches, 807 yards, and 8 touchdowns. I think he's a guy that could come out and have double-digit touchdowns and over 1,000 yards this next year. Like, I truthfully believe he could be a secret weapon for the Raiders. And you saw it in the first preseason game of the year in Jakobi Meyers with Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. Like, his first, 3 for 45, largely in that first drive for the Raiders. And he was embarrassing fools. Like, he was straight up just making fools not want to play the game anymore. And I think it's a sign of things to come because there's going to be so many other things to this offense that Jakobi Meyers is going to just kind of be able to scathe untouched. Like, he's going to be able to do his things, and nobody's even going to think about this guy. And it's a crime because he's a very talented player, and he continually gets better. And honestly, it's going to be a really fun year for Raiders fans because you got Davante Adams at that number 1 wide receiver spot, not even worried about it. You got Brock Bowers as that tight end pass catcher. Also, Michael Mayers, no one to necessarily sleep on. Trey Tucker's looked really good. Your running game is better, and now you got this guy who is going to be your 1B or at least your Robin to Davante Adams Batman. Like, it's going to be nasty when it's all said and done. I'm predicting at least 100 catches, 1,000 yards, and 10 touchdowns for Jakobi Meyers in year 5, year 2 with the Las Vegas Raiders. It's going to be a big time year. He's a secret weapon. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video. The writing is on the wall. The Las Vegas Raiders need to start Aiden O'Connell this season. Now, before we get into this, I understand that this was the preseason. The Vikings, their secondary was not good in any facet of the game. And I also understand that just looking at the stats from the game the other day, like, it was really only one drive for Aiden O'Connell. But I really felt like he made a name for himself, and I felt like he deserves a lot of credit for how things went down. So finished the day 7 of 9 for 76 yards, and he was really in rhythm. Whether it was Tucker, Myers, Bowers, doesn't matter. Like, he was finding guys, he was making plays, and he was comfortable. That's what we've been looking for the longest time. Sorry, I know you guys didn't come here to hear me sing, but overall, like, he was a guy that you looked at and you were like, okay, he can be a really good quarterback, but can he be the guy that leads the franchise? And with a defense that's already going to be really good, I mean, we saw what it did to the Vikings first team and all that, or at least largely most of the first team members. Like, this is going to be a very, very good defense. But the question is where does Aiden O'Connell fit in there? And after the performance on Saturday, I think he's going to be very solid, and I think that's just what the Raiders need. They don't need somebody that's going to come in and throw 400 yards a game. They don't need it. All you need to do, call me crazy, is go out there and score 17 to 21 points a game, and the defense will do the rest. You've got a good running game. You've got mountains of weapons. You've got a good coach that all the players get behind, and you've got an improved offensive line when Jackson Powers-Johnson steps on the field. So for Aiden O'Connell, and by the way, I know this is not necessarily a dispersion on Gardner Minshew, who went 6 of 12 for 117 yards and a touchdown. Threw a really nice touchdown there to DJ Turner. But overall, Gardner Minshew went against largely the second team for the Vikings. And O'Connell did not have that luxury He had to come in, face the music. It is what it is. And Aiden O'Connell, over his last 4 games with the Raiders last season, like, they got behind him. And I think we saw more of that as they started to just piss pound the Vikings. Like, they were really putting it on the Vikings early on there. And so, I realize that Aiden O'Connell is one of those guys that, is probably going to get more reps. Obviously, both quarterbacks are, as we get through the rest of the offseason program, the preseason program and all that kind of stuff before we decide the starter. But Aiden O'Connell needs to start. There's no debate on this one. And I understand that if he starts to struggle, the instant he starts to struggle, Aiden O'Connell, suit up, baby. But for right now, for my money, with what we've seen from Aiden O'Connell already, there is no reason to move on. There's no reason to have Gardner Minshew be your starting quarterback. Aiden O'Connell has earned that right, in my opinion. But overall, let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.